What is going on, you guys? I hope you are doing well. So, going to the Dallas Card Show this past weekend has given me that itch that I need to scratch of attending more card shows. Living here in the DFW area, there's a card show every weekend somewhere. It can be found. And I normally don't go to them. But collecting this new way that I'm collecting, this new journey I'm going down, it's very, very affordable. You know, it can be as cheap or as expensive as I choose. So I think on Saturday, I think I'm going to drop about $300 at this little show down the road. It's got like 60 tables. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. Topps Chrome just dropped, I think today. It's either today or yesterday. And I already picked up the Ohtani refractor, and I already picked up the Judge refractor. The Ohtani, I spent like $40, which for me, I feels like a deal. His refractor from 2 years ago, base refractor, goes for about $180 on eBay, on auction. And then last year's refractor goes for like $70-80. So really happy with that. And then Judge, I think I was able to get his so cheap because, you know, Topps does the MVP buyback, and a lot of people seem to be certain he's not going to get the MVP this year. It looks like Yordan, man. Yordan Alvarez is an absolute gangster this year, which as an Astros fan, it's very, very nice to see. And then last thing I have before I turn the camera around and show off some cards is I thought this week was National Week, and I'm off this whole week. And so I was like, man, I'm off. I'm going to get to watch so much content, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, on Tuesday, I was like, there's no videos coming out. Like, what the heck? Like, no one's doing any day zero videos. And then I literally had to pull my phone out and look at the calendar, and I was like, idiot. So I was kind of let down a little bit. I was like, damn it. Because I go back to work on Monday, so I'll be at work for National Week. So I'll have to see the content at night or whenever I can get it in. So that is that. Let me turn this thing around. I have some very, very sweet autographed refractors that I want to show y'all. Okie doke, here we go. So these first 7 cards I want to show you, these are cards that I got on consignment. I sent to a guy that was going to be doing in-person autographs at the Lake Tahoe Celebrity Invitational that just happened, the golf tournament. And I got Chase Utley and Joe Mauer. And so he did absolutely phenomenal, man. So my Philly guys, you know, he is an all-timer for you guys. Beautiful. What do you think? Utley, Hall of Famer? Not a Hall of Famer? I feel like I used to know, like, who could get in and who couldn't get in, but they've had some real head scratchers to me, anyways, over the past 5 years. Guys that I remember watching play, and the thought, man, he's a Hall of Famer, never crossed my mind. So I really don't know. Damn good ball player, I know that. I do remember watching Utley play. There's those, and then I got 3 Joe Mauers. And for those of you that aren't autograph collectors, man, blue Sharpie on a basic refractor, man, that's about as good as it gets right there. They just pop more times than not. Look absolutely phenomenal. And here's the last one I got that from that gentleman. That's those. And then the last 3 here I got on a Facebook group. I never suggest that you buy autographs unless you know what you're doing. There's so many fakes out there. And if you don't know what you're doing, just ask somebody. Get other people's opinions before you send some jabroni your money that's signing fake autographs in his mom's basement. But this guy was selling some some Ryan Sandberg autographs. And I'm trying to get an entire shoebox full of PSA slabbed Ryan Sandberg autographs. And so he had these 3 up, and I think I bought them for $50 a piece, which is bananas, because when Sandberg was alive, he was signing for like $10 per. And now these people can get 50, 60 bucks all day long. Here's the last one. Who remembers, let me see if I can wipe this off a little bit. Who remembers these? Man, I thought these were the coolest things. There we go. It's this SPX. What year is this? 1996. So it had me at like 14 years old when these came out. And man, I thought this was some pretty hardcore technology on sports cards back then. So that is going to be this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Till next time, adios, be safe, bye-bye. Doodles.